NASCAR pulled two drivers into a holler to make peace. One of them just went on a podcast and told the whole world exactly what he said behind that closed door. And it's brutal. Here's the backstory. At Chicagoland, Zane Smith appeared to intentionally wreck Carson Hocevar. You probably remember that. And in the process, wrecked himself. NASCAR called them to the holler to squash it, right? You remember seeing it. You remember seeing the headlines and everything like that. Now, Smith went on a podcast afterwards and called Hocevar a coward and said that he doesn't like him or his fans. Everyone assumed the ball was in Hocevar's favor, right, to respond. Well, Hocevar just answered and did so in the most unlikely place imaginable. He didn't just clap back, y'all. He revealed exactly what NASCAR officials, to their faces, said. And he told NASCAR officials to their faces, and he mocked Smith in the process. So that is what we're going to be breaking down in this video. This goes back to last year, according to Carson Hocevar. His version was Smith tried to wreck him last year. Spun him out, wrecked him by accident, so he tried to wreck him back instead. You get where I'm going? Smith wrecked him last year, so Carson came back, spun his ass out, wrecked him by accident, according to Carson, and then Zane tried to wreck him and missed. Now, Smith, he clearly sees this different. Worth noting that there are two sides to a story, and it also depends on who you are talking to, right? By the way, this was Carson talking on the Smart Girl Dumb Questions podcast. So, there is that. So what did this man say? Because Carson Hocevar is very outspoken. He said this in regards to being in the holler with NASCAR. He told Zane just like this: wreck me again. You're 0 for 2. Try it again. I don't care. And then he mocked Smith's spot in the points, calling it almost embarrassing to be compared to a guy in 23rd in the standings. Now, you want a little dagger, if you will? Well, his comebacks are lame. I wasn't entertained, he said. 0 for 2. 0 and 2. See, this is what I'm talking about, y'all. This is what I'm freaking talking about. We need Carson Hocevar. He is money. Look, Justin Martz, Trackhouse owner, he talked about this on Kevin Harvick's Speed YouTube channel or podcast or whatever the hell it is. And he was talking about NASCAR needs storytelling. That's what we need in NASCAR. And Carson Hocevar gives us stories. And it gives us storylines, and it gives us things to talk about. And he's 110% right. You need these types of things. You need guys that are going to go out there, and they're going to steal headlines. And they're going to get people talking, and they're going to get people chattering, if you will, and look at it like that. That's the way that I look at Carson Hocevar. You want him in the sport. You need him in the sport. You're a Carson Hocevar fan. You're a Carson Hocevar, I don't know if hater's the right term, but like, you don't like him, right? The fact that this man will mock Zane Smith to his face is hilarious. And saying, look, I'm almost embarrassed by being compared to a guy who's in 23rd in the points, okay? Now, is that something in which could come back and bite Carson in the butt years from now? Sure. But right now, the dude's on fire, right? He's able to go out there, compete for wins. He's able to go out there and run better than his equipment probably is. He's awesome. Now, look, if he wrecks your favorite driver, is that going to be something that you love? Well, of course not, right? Everyone is going to you're either going to like Hocevar or you're not going to like Hocevar. If you like Hocevar, eventually he's going to run into your favorite driver and you're going to get all pissy about it. And then we all move on unless it's like, I don't know, a Clint Boyer, Jeff Gordon situation or something like that. Like something absolutely insane. But that's just how it goes. Like, that's just how it goes. So let me know down in the comments there below, is Carson being the bad guy right now? Or is this the type of villain that NASCAR needs right now? And did he cross the line by revealing what he said in the holler? I'd like to know. I don't think he crossed the line. I think this is quite entertaining. I don't think Zane necessarily minds that Carson would talk about what was said. Is it 100% accurate? I don't know. Right? He could be making something up. But it's interesting. I'll give him that.